GTA 6 is the most hyped game in history, and we already know a lot about it. Between two record-breaking trailers, the massive 2022 gameplay leak, official Rockstar newswires, and years of community research, we have built up a pretty detailed picture of what the game is going to be. So let's go through all of it. Characters, the map, gameplay, the police system, online, release date, everything. This is absolutely everything we know about GTA 6. Let's start with the two people you'll actually be playing as, Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos. These two are the heart of the whole game, and if you couldn't tell, Rockstar drew direct inspiration from Bonnie and Clyde when building their story. Jason grew up around criminals, joined the army as a teenager, and then drifted right back into the life he tried to leave. At the start of the game, he's living in Leonida Keys, doing odd jobs for a local drug runner named Brian, and he's ready for something more. He wants out of the small stuff. Lucia is the other half of this duo. She was born in Liberty City, and her dad taught her to fight almost as soon as she could walk. That background got her into serious trouble when she fought to protect her family, which is how she ended up in prison. The game opens up with Lucia walking out of Leonida Penitentiary. From there, she and Jason find each other and things escalate fast. What ties them together is trust. The game actually tracks how well they get along based on the choices you make. Build that trust and they grow closer. Make the wrong calls and it creates problems between them. It's basically the honor system from Red Dead 2, but applied to a relationship between two people. One thing you'll notice about Lucia in the trailers is the ankle monitor on her leg. That device might actually function like the early map restrictions in Red Dead 2, limiting where she can go until the story opens up. We haven't had that confirmed, but it's a very smart design choice if true. Another thing that fans notice about the trailers is Jason's physical appearance. It changes between the two. He went from lean to very muscular, which tells us something about how the game works. Working out actually changes how your character looks. A system that isn't new. It wasn't part of GTA 5, but it was part of San Andreas. A feature that fans have wanted back. And all of this is just from the two trailers. Every time Rockstar drops something new, details like this keep surfacing. And if you don't want to miss a single update between now and November 19th, hit subscribe. We cover every trailer, leak, and news drop as soon as it comes out. Now, these two characters don't operate alone. They've got a whole cast of characters around them. Brian Hedder is Jason's landlord and boss. He's an old school drug runner who's been active since the 1980s and lets Jason stay at one of his properties in exchange for work. He's been married 3 times, his current wife Lori is already spotted in the screenshots, and his whole operation runs out of a boatyard in the Keys. Then there's Cal Hampton, Jason's best friend who also works for Brian. Cal is a massive conspiracy theorist. He genuinely believes that birds flying in formation are government drones. He's the kind of character Rockstar does brilliantly. On the ViceCity side of things, you've got Booby Ike. He's a living legend in the city, the kind of guy who built an empire from nothing. He owns real estate, a strip club called the Jack of Hearts, and a record studio. Drug money funds everything behind the scenes. His studio co-owner is a guy named Draquan Priest, who grew up selling on the streets but always dreamed of making it in music. Together, they run Only Raw Records. Signed to that label is Bay Lux and Roxy, two childhood friends who performed together as Real Dimes. They had a viral hit 5 years ago and are hoping to land another one. They're the kind of side characters that give ViceCity its texture. For the bigger jobs, there's Raul Batista. He's a confident and experienced bank robber who raises the stakes with every job he plans. You can already see him pulling off a heist with Jason and Lucia in trailer 2. He's going to be a major story presence. With all the characters that we've gone through so far, they have been confirmed through the trailers and through what Rockstar has shared through their newswires. But there are additional names which were part of the 2022 leaks where we have seen them within the files, but we do not have anything about them. We've seen names such as Sam, Kai, Wyman, Billy, Zach, RB Shaw, Danny, Iris, Chester, and Dell, all of which are within the files. And if these are characters that are still planned to play a part within the game, we are sure to know more about them. Moving on to the story. Here's the actual thing. Rockstar has barely said a word about the plot itself, and that's going to be the case all the way up to the release. They have kept the real narrative locked down tight. What we know about Jason and Lucia is their backgrounds, their relationships, and the characters around them. That has mostly come from the trailers and the leaks. The actual story beats, where it goes, how it ends, we genuinely don't know, and honestly, I think you would probably prefer it to be that way. What we do know is the structure. It is expected to follow a chapter system similar to Red Dead 2, with around 5 or 6 main chapters and possibly an epilogue chapter. The story runs between 35 and 60 plus hours just for the main content. And what's different about this GTA compared to past games is how robberies fit into it. You don't need a big scripted setup to rob a place. You can walk into a store or a diner at any time and just do it. Pull it off as just Jason, just Lucia, or bring both and switch between them mid-job. That flexibility is huge. It means the world is always alive, not just sets of missions you queue up. Big heists are still going to be scripted within the game and potentially part of main missions. So you'll have both the quick street level grabs and the full cinematic heist missions sitting side by side. Choices matter too, but this isn't a full RPG with branching decision trees. It's more like moments that count. Picking stealth over going loud, loyalty calls, optional paths through certain missions, the kind of choices that shape how you feel about the story rather than split into completely different routes. We also briefly mentioned this when talking about both Jason and Lucia, where it will affect their relationship dynamic. The main plot stays close to the chest, but the setup is there. Bonnie and Clyde, a world full of criminals and chaos, and Rockstar at the wheel. Whatever they've built out of this, we will have to wait until the full release of the game. Moving on to the map, the game itself is set in Leonida, a fictional version of the state of Florida. The map is roughly twice the size of GTA 5's Los Santos and Blaine County combined, which I find interesting because quite a few years ago, there was an article going around which spoke about the working conditions at Rockstar. And it spoke about how they would have a smaller map compared to what they're currently doing, being GTA 5, and would expand upon it with DLC within the future. At some point in time, things changed, and now we've got a map twice the size. Rockstar has confirmed 6 regions, and there's a neighboring state called Gloriana on the northern border. We're even seeing Gloriana and Liberty City license plates in the trailers, which hints those locations could open up as DLC down the road. Taking a quick look at the 6 confirmed regions, ViceCity is the main city and Rockstar's take on Miami. It's full of flashy nightlife, beaches, and Art Deco buildings. You've got a street art neighborhood full of lowriders and dirt bikes, a huge sports arena, a cruise ship port, and nightclubs that look like they never close. Expect robberies, gang activity, racing, and pretty much everything the city life has to offer. The Leonida Keys is an island chain at the bottom of the map. It's tropical and laid back on the surface, but the water around it is some of the most dangerous in the state. This is where Jason lives at the start of the game and where Brian runs his drug operation out of the boatyard. Fishing, jet skiing, and boat-based missions all fit naturally here. The Grass Rivers is Rockstar's version of the Everglades, and they call it the crown jewel of Leonida. It's a massive swamp full of alligators, mangroves, and things hiding under the water. Airboat racing, gator hunting, and kayaking are all built for this area, and a group of hunters and poachers call this region home. Port Gellhorn sits on the western side of the map. Rockstar describes it as Leonida's forgotten coast, a place that used to attract tourists but is now run down and rough around the edges. There's a seaport, a racing track, and a drug gang work in the area. Dirt biking and van heists fit right into this region. Ambrosia is the industrial heart of the state, sitting in the middle of the map next to the large central lake. A massive sugar refinery dominates the area, but outside of that, the final chapter bike gang controls most of what goes on in here. It's the kind of place that looks quiet until it isn't. Mount Calaga is the national park on the northern border. It's remote and wild, built for hunting, fishing, hiking, kayaking, and off-road trails. Deep in the forest live people Rockstar describes as hillbilly, mystics, and paranoid radicals. As for activities we know about, the game has more things to do than any GTA before it. Fishing is confirmed through official screenshots. Jason and Cal are shown on a boat with fishing rods and is expected to be even better than the system in Red Dead 2. Cage fighting is in the game, with Lucia shown training and fighting in a ring where you can earn cash on the side. Golf and mini golf are both confirmed through the leaked game files. Jet skiing is shown directly in the trailer with Jason and Lucia riding together. Kayaking is confirmed through official screenshots. Scuba diving and snorkeling are both in the game, which makes a lot of sense with the Florida Keys and all the coastline to explore. Hunting is confirmed for Mount Calaga. Airboat racing, which I'm personally excited for, especially when going through the gator-filled swamps. Dirt biking is confirmed for the rougher outdoor areas, and street races are in, which should be obvious. Then there's the everyday stuff. You can swim, play pool, dance at nightclubs, do gym workouts that actually change your body, play basketball on the courts around the city, play tennis, use car washes, rob stores, and rob security vans. Given Lucia's situation and her ankle monitor, there's also community service activities such as being in a high-vis jacket and picking up trash. But that may be exclusive to her, and it also might be part of a main mission. There's also a few other possible activities that haven't been fully confirmed, but we have had hints towards them, either being within the trailers or within leaks. With there being beach volleyball, beach soccer, and surfing all seem like natural fits for this setting. A gaming console is visible next to Jason's TV in trailer 2, which could be kind of weird to be playing a game as Jason or Lucia, who is then playing a game, but hey, other games have done this before in the past, so it could be a possibility. This is where things get real good, because we now get to actually talk about gameplay and mechanics. GTA 6 has overhauled a lot of the systems, and when I say a lot of them, I mean pretty much every single one. The biggest change is the weapon inventory. You can't carry everything at once like in GTA 5. You pick a primary weapon, a sidearm, a melee weapon, a tool, a throwable, and a bag. Everything else stays in your car's trunk. The same idea as the horse saddlebag system we had in Red Dead Redemption 2. You actually have to think about what you want to bring to the job. Combat is rebuilt from the ground up. The cover system is completely new and more fluid than GTA 5. You can switch shoulders while aiming. Shooting from vehicles works like GTA San Andreas, where you can stick your whole body out the window and fire in a full 360 degrees, which is completely different to GTA 5, where you can barely put your arm out the window. Melee combat is a big upgrade too. Grappling moves are in, and you can use the environment as part of the fight. Jason is shown slamming enemies into car doors in the trailers. Lucia is seen throwing powerful kicks in a training scene, and you can pick up and carry bodies, which points directly to real stealth system where hiding enemies actually matters. Both characters have special abilities. Jason's is a vision of slow motion targeting ability from Red Dead 2, letting you spot targets or aim with more precision. Lucia's appears to be hacking based, which fits perfectly with her character. During robberies, you can give your partner commands, tell them to take cover, fall back, heal you, or even surrender. You can also talk and threaten the customers and staff during a holdup. Handle them right and they're less likely to call the police. Character customization goes deep. Hair and facial hair grow over time, just like Red Dead Redemption 2. Your body physically changes based on what you eat and how much you exercise. You can get muscular, gain weight, or become thin. Clothing physically fits your body type too. A bigger character has clothes that stretches and sit differently than slim ones. Accessories interact with the body realistically instead of floating in the air. You can greet or antagonize random people on the street, which is a returning feature from Red Dead Redemption 2. You can sell stolen goods at fences around the map, and you can buy and run businesses, with money laundering being a possible type, since we have seen that be hinted. Tools and weapons are going to play a big part, just like it does within any GTA game. For getting into cars, there are several dedicated tools: an immobilizer bypass for newer luxury cars, a slim gym for older vehicles, and an auto dialer as a third option. There's also a cutoff tool for locks and chains, a tracker jammer to block police GPS tracking, a USB drive for hacking into systems, and binoculars for scouting locations before you go in. You carry your loot in a duffel bag or backpack, and the fact that you have to choose your bag as one of your 6 inventory slots means there's a real limit to what you can take from a job. For health, there are trauma kits for serious injuries and painkillers for regular damage. These being separate items hints at a system where you can take different types of damage. Food and drinks also restore health and tie back into weight and fitness system. Cigarettes are in the game too, giving minor buffs or debuffs. And there is a whole list of weapons which have already been confirmed, which you can see those options on screen. For melee, you've got baseball bats, knives, crowbars, pool cues, golf clubs, and flashlights that double as weapons. New throwables include smoke grenades, flashbangs, and the full classic lineup. There's also a spear gun confirmed in the weapon files, which lines up perfectly with the scuba diving activity. Since this is GTA, we do need to talk about the police. This is probably one of the biggest overhauls within the entire game. The old GTA wanted system is gone. Police in GTA 6 don't automatically know where you are, they work from witnesses. If someone sees you commit a crime, they report what they saw. The description they give tells the police what you look like, what car you're in, and what weapons you had. The more the witness sees, the harder it is to escape. And if you break visual contact with the police, they actually lose you. Line of sight is a real thing now. Because police work from descriptions, changing your clothes or swapping to a different car actually helps you lose a wanted level. That has never really worked in a GTA game before. It's a massive change because I'm pretty sure we've all tried it at some point, only to still have our wanted level. Security cameras add another layer. If a camera captures your face during a job, that data is out there. Staying out of the camera range becomes part of how you plan a robbery. This is a real stealth mechanic built into the open world. Different crimes will also have different responses. City cops handle petty stuff, county sheriffs cover the rural areas, specialized task forces can come in for more serious crimes, and when they do come, they don't just rush straight to you anymore. They coordinate, they block escape routes, they think. Police can also set up ambushes at fixed locations on the map and wait for you to drive into them. Over 10 of these trap spots are already confirmed from the leaked files. When you're being chased, body cam footage from the officers appears on screen as a visual detail. Social media alerts pop up around you in real time, with NPCs posting about what's happening. There also seems to be a human level to this, for when a cop has been shot down, we have seen hints to there being other police officers running over to that cop to see how they are. If you want out, you can surrender to the police just like in Red Dead 2. And if you cause trouble at a specific location enough times, you can get banned from coming back. The police also remember repeat offenders, which means your past will catch up with you. If you couldn't tell by now, the depth of GTA 6 is insane. And as we talk about the world, this is where GTA 6 really separates itself from everything that came before. The world is alive in ways no open world game has matched. NPCs don't just stand around or walk solo routes anymore, they move in groups with a shared goal. Friends going out together, a gang walking somewhere with purpose. Each person has a daily routine, a schedule they actually follow. And the whole system is designed so that weather, NPC routes, police activity, and your own actions all collide with each other in unscripted ways. Things will just happen. During a crime, some NPCs will run, others pull out their phones and start recording you. A few might actually try to stop you. The game tracks who saw what and reacts accordingly. NPCs also show real emotion. Fear during a robbery, excitement at a concert, nervousness during a tense moment. Every person reacts differently. Traffic behaves differently based on where you are. Urban ViceCity has cars and bikes everywhere. The rural roads in the Keys have trucks, buggies, and more water vehicles. It all feels right for the environment. More than 700 stores across the map can be entered, and no, that is not a typo. Malls are fully enterable with working shops inside, pawn shops are confirmed, bars and restaurants are confirmed, strip clubs, supermarkets and apartments are all confirmed as enterable locations. There's also a system that may automatically generate interiors for many other buildings, which could push the number of enterable spaces even higher. The weather system is a huge step up too. Rockstar built volumetric clouds similar to Red Dead 2. Fog events are confirmed. Rain creates puddles, which changes the road's grip and makes cars spray water from their tires. Wind moves trees, plants, and debris, and it can affect NPC movement and chase dynamics. Extreme weathers like hurricanes might be in the game, but hasn't been officially confirmed as of yet, although would make sense for Florida. The game has its own working social media platform where NPCs post videos and live stream. If someone records you doing something crazy, you could go viral inside the game world. Snapmatic returns as the in-game camera app. WhatsApp is the in-game version of WhatsApp. Both Jason and Lucia have working smartphones with selfie mode. Smartwatches are mentioned in the leaked materials as another piece of wearable tech. Random world events are everywhere. Drug deals, DUI stops, swamp rituals, kidnapping rescues, and strange local encounters can happen at any time. Stores open and close on a real schedule based on the in-game time of day. Wildlife is going to play a bigger part in GTA 6 compared to any other previous GTA. This is heavily inspired to what we were able to see within Red Dead Redemption 2. Florida has a lot of animals and Rockstar put a lot of them in this game. Alligators are confirmed in the swamps and wetlands. Crocodiles are shown hanging out in people's swimming pools, which is very Florida. Snakes are in the game file, sharks are in the ocean, dolphins swim in the coastal waters, flamingos are confirmed in the wetlands, manatees and whales are in the game files for the deeper waters, deers, mountain lions, cougars, foxes, bobcats and beavers are all in the wilder areas away from the city. Iguanas are confirmed, which makes total sense for South Florida. Raccoons, skunks, squirrels, turtles, eels and crayfish are also all confirmed. And then there are dogs and cats living with NPCs all around the city and countryside. For vehicles, more than 100 vehicles have already been spotted just from the trailers. GTA Base has been tracking them all with photo evidence. Cars will accumulate real dirt, dust, grime, and sun fade over time. Crash damage deforms the body realistically with broken lights and shattered glass shown properly. Windshield wipers work in the rain. Tires leave realistic marks on wet roads. Water vehicles are a big deal here as well. High-speed yachts, airboats, jet skis, and fishing boats are all confirmed, and for customization, it goes well beyond GTA 5. Body kits, wheel options, paint jobs, and quick repairs like swapping out a damaged door with a junkyard part is all expected. Working gauges with interactive radio systems inside car interiors have been hinted at too. There's not much on this, but of course, when talking about GTA, we're going to have to talk about GTA Online. GTA 6 Online is completely new. Nothing carries over from GTA 5. Old characters, money, stats, and assets don't transfer. This is a fresh start, which I think we all expected. Sessions will support between 64 and 96 players at a time. That's about 3 times more than GTA Online currently handles. Rockstar bought the 5M modding team and is building a platform called Project Rome. This lets players create custom missions, game modes, entire islands, and more. Think Fortnite or Roblox, but inside GTA. Official roleplay servers are also coming to platforms, which means the roleplaying community that built up on PC is about to go mainstream with full support from Rockstar. There will be a creator marketplace where players can sell their content for real money. Rockstar handles the backend and moderation while characters earn what they build. GTA Plus is continuing into GTA 6, giving subscribers monthly perks like exclusive vehicles, outfits, and bonus currency. Rockstar is also building a much better companion app with live map view, character management, and route planning you can do from your phone without even turning on your console. The social club is being replaced with a new unified Rockstar account system that works across all platforms. At the time of recording this video, GTA 6 is still expected to release on November the 19th, 2026. The platform release is PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and S only at launch. No PC release at launch, but based on Rockstar's history, a PC version should arrive between 6 and 18 months later. PlayStation 5 Pro support is expected from day one with a 60 FPS performance mode. Standard PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X will target 30 FPS due to how many complex systems are running at the same time. And just to put the hype into perspective, Trailer 1 dropped in December 2023 and hit 93 million views in its first 24 hours, making it the most watched non-music video in YouTube history. Trailer 2 hit 475 million views across all platforms in 24 hours. It's the biggest video launch in history. It hit 1 million likes in just 40 minutes, and half of that trailer was confirmed by Rockstar to be actual gameplay footage, captured on the standard PlayStation 5. GTA 6 is also the first Grand Theft Auto made without co-founder Dan Houser, who left Rockstar back in 2020. How that affects the writing and tone is something we'll find out when we actually get to play it. That is everything we know about GTA 6 right now. It's the most ambitious game Rockstar has ever made, and honestly, it might be the most ambitious game anyone has ever made. November the 19th can't come fast enough. If you'd like to learn more, then I highly recommend clicking the video which is on screen right now. YouTube has picked it specifically just for you. I hope you enjoy.